Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the True Life Podcast. I hope the sound's okay. I'm kind of by the airport, so you might get a little bit of airplane noise in the background. So if that happens, I'll just pause and we'll wait for it to pass. But that being said, excited to read the first chapter, the first intro to my new book, Terror Before the Sacred. So without any further ado, here we go. From the bottom of my heart, I wish to thank you. I'm going to pause for these planes coming right now. From the bottom of my heart, I wish to thank you. I can see by the look in your eyes, along with the hint of a slight, smug smile, commonly worn by a Buddhist monk of the highest order, that we share a passion, a united desire to bring into being a style of education that shall forever change the lives of those we love. In doing so, we will also change the world. In times of crisis, we are presented with great opportunity. We have all been told that the most powerful force in the world is an idea whose time has come. I would like to take this opportunity to present you with a unique idea that will provide a one-of-a-kind toolkit, a strategic philosophical foundation on which one can build a better future, a renaissance, or perhaps even illuminate the pathway forward to a new golden age. The following will be an explanation giving way to an archaic revival. Some see things the way they are and say, why? We should strive to see things the way they have never been and say, why not? I like to think of our world as analogous to a school, as a sort of hideout for the hotshot world builders of tomorrow, perhaps as an isolated asylum in the middle of the galaxy for the criminally artistic. We, that is, those of you who have chosen to read this, are an elite force of militant New Age troubadours, willing and capable of being deployed throughout the world at any moment's notice to combat the hobgoblins of small-mindedness, the mavens, meisters, and maestros, the intellectual one-eyed giants, for it was written, the one-eyed man is king in the land of the blind. Let me be clear that my goal here is a simple one simple objective that I shall pursue relentlessly for the duration of this work, for my son and my daughter, for your sons and your daughters. My objective is to help them achieve the ultimate goal of life, to live a life worth living, of which there are three main pillars. 1, a lifetime of learning. 2, never value wealth or a job over quality of life. 3, the understanding that your life is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, a work of art so beautiful that all those who are fortunate enough to be part of it are filled with emotion. Some will be brought to tears, some will be driven to rage, and still some others will be forever able to draw inspiration from your story. You are the hero of your own story. Act accordingly. Imprint your epic novel on the hearts and minds of those who can use your story as a torch to light the way in times of darkness. Scholastic endeavors have for the last 100 years emphasized logic and reasoning by methods of memorization and repetition. It seems the current system has rewarded the path of least resistance by choosing explanation over experience. This strategy, while at times effective, has stripped meaningful connection from that which is sacred, leaving only the profane. Repetition, emptied of its spiritual content, necessarily leads to a pessimistic vision of existence. Hence the existential crisis we find ourselves in today. If there is nothing sacred, then we have a life without meaning. Without meaning, we have no direction. Without direction, we are lost. And when we are lost, we suffer. Think for a moment about that last statement. Now look out your window, turn on the TV, the radio, call your crazy uncle. Is that suffering you see? Yes. Say yes with me. Are you beginning to understand? Yes. Do I have your attention? Yes. Do you truly care about the children's future? Yes. Do you care about the world, the environment in which your children or great-grandchildren will grow up in? Yes. Have I been able to reach you through the page you are reading? Yes. Can you feel the firm grasp of my hands on the collar of your shirt? Yes. Can you feel the uncomfortable closeness of my warm breath on your face? Yes. Can you see the light ribbon of blue that surrounds the blackness of my dilated pupils? Yes. Will you lay down your prejudice to strengthen the fabric of our children's future? Yes. Are you willing to stop listening to the experts and start listening to your community? Yes. Are you willing to accept, to participate, and listen? Yes. 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 This guided tour through the structure of experience will unfold in 3 parts. Part 1. We will first address how the sharp, two-sided scalpel of logic and reasoning have cut a path far away from the sacred source which sustains us and what we can do about it. We will call into question the role of neuroplasticity, the fertile soil in which we plan to sow the seeds of change. Part 2. In this part, we will wrestle with our salvation. In particular, we will explore the significance of religious myth, symbolism, ritual within culture and life. We will come face to face with the sacred and profane. Finally, we will investigate the transformation from camel to child. Part 3. Thou shalt drag the cross of 20th century education to Golgotha. In this final part, we will explore how to integrate myth, symbolism, and ritual into a curriculum. Detail rites of passage which will illuminate the mind of a child. Investigate how purposeful ritual helps the individual integrate feelings of terror. Make sense of the sacred, the awe-inspiring, majesty of our spiritual nature, that which emanates an overwhelming superiority of power.